Welcome back to the Lumberjack Millionaire Challenge. We're going to try to get to 10 million. I've made that decision. We're going to get to 10 million before FS25 comes out. We're going to start off today with a little selling session. We might skip a little bit of time to get the cartons depending on how much money we make, and we're going to make a little bit of changes to the paper factory. But first, for today's episode, I'm wanting to earn around $550,000, I think it is. We made $50,000 there. But last episode, we did some experimenting on some equipment that we might want to use long term. I think we found out that we don't. So next, I want to slow down buying more productions and really focus on buying the equipment I want that I think is going to get us most of the way through this playthrough. Like I said, a little over $500,000 is the goal. We will see how that goes. Let's get the rest of this sold and continue on. This trailer needs to go. There we are. We're sitting at $189,000. All right, let's go back. There's a couple things I do want to sell to see if we can get to a number of 240 to start. But for the first phase, this is going away. Let's go see how much money we get from it. Not going to be enough to get us where we want to be, though. All right, we are here. Let's go ahead and jump in here. This Anderson Group M160. It served us well for what we used it for. Let's go ahead and do all the things. Get $16,000 back. That puts us pretty close. Need to find another $30,000 to do this next phase I want to do. Let's go check on the paper factory, and we're going to talk about a nice comment that I got at the paper factory once we get over there. Okay, we're over here, and this is where the things should spawn, right? So we look here, we have 2,400 paper roll, 2,200 carton roll, and we know it was around 2,600 or 2,700 to get it. But let's hop into the production menu, and this little arrow or Y here shows that we have 2 productions going into 1 output. So when we look at these numbers of 24 runs, we're really only going to get 12 of those cycles per thing if both of these are activated. So looking at this, we do know, actually, let's go into the time savings. This will be a good place to show it. The paper rolls can peak at $9,600 max price. They're at $9,800 right now, so they're a little above max price, where the carton rolls are at $8,700. So after that first carton roll does spawn, we're gonna deactivate carton and just do paper rolls. Oh man, I didn't do the terraforming. We'll get to that. But let's check the capacity at these other ones. Probably gonna make sure we have enough to skip a little bit of time. Yeah, 7,000 here and 3,700 here. And while the time's at ×5 like this, let's jump in the JCB and go see if our saplings show any growth, because I have no clue how long those take to grow. Yeah, they don't look any different. So let's hop out here. When we look at this thing, we don't get any indicator or anything, nothing. So it doesn't tell us like the growth phase of them. These ones look exactly the same, and they were planted a month later. I think we have enough for now. I don't think we'll plant any this episode, but if we skip a lot of months, we might. All right, let's get a little bit of time to pass. Gonna stare at that production until we get those pallets. We got a lot of snow while I was waiting for that, but we do have our carton roll and our paper roll here. Now let's hop back into the production, and that explains why the wood didn't go down as fast as we thought it would. So let's go ahead and deactivate that now. We got the paper roll. The next paper roll is getting processed, but let's see if in these conditions, yeah, we have some other goods to sell too. That's nice. If we can pick these up even though it's snowing, if we don't slip and slide too much. Let's make the forks a little wider. Sneak on up here. Yeah, this JCB can handle it. It's without a weight. Perfect. So this will be about 9,600. So we got about 20,000, no, about $18,000 over here in goods, which still doesn't get us to 240, but everything else over here that it's already produced might get us there. I do have the time stop now since we skipped so much time. And I'm a little concerned that the sawmill might be close to being out of capacity. What's going on here? Get to the right height to let this go. There we go, one on there. Shove this just a hair. All right, and go pick the other one up. Got this other one loaded up. Just take it over to that trailer, and you can see or imagine, based on how many of these fit on the trailer, that might be one of the upgrades that we're gonna look at today. There we go. So we'll see about 17 grand right here is my guess. And then we'll get those other goods, get them sold, check the capacity of the sawmill, and decide what our next step is. All right. And there they go selling. Oh, it did get us enough. Wow. Oh, my estimation, because that was per 1,000. Okay, so let's go ahead and cruise over here, and we're going to sell this trailer. We're going to start buying the next pieces of equipment for our playthrough. $227,000 is what we spent. Okay, so my budget was off a little bit, but in our favor. So you can see we have a nice JCB here that's going to help us pick up our pallets moving forward. We're going to get that home first, and no more auto loading trailer. And we'll take a look at that in a minute. Might have extra money in the budget to buy some sheds today. The rate we're going. Okay, put that there. Got this nice forest green Mack truck here, semi, and a little trailer. It's not little, it's pretty big. So with this adjustment here, we'll be able to do our selling events in one go for a while. We'll be able to fit a lot of pallets on here, multiple shapes and sizes of them as well. I think this is a nice upgrade. We'll just have to do a little bit more manual work, which is why we got the telehandler. That'll make it very enjoyable to me. A little hard to drive in the snow, but I think we can put it right here. It'll be a good spot to load it up. And yeah, we can get that later. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see how much more we like this thing than using the tractor. So we could potentially take the front loader off of the tractor moving forward. That should be good, even though we were blind there. Ah, now we missed it. All right, come on, collisions. Let's adjust it this way. There we go. Time to get these loaded. All right, lower it down with the arm. It up. Yeah, that's much easier. All right, let's bust these out, get them all loaded. Now, there's no real reason to sell these today, so I might just load these up and then we'll work on loading up the sawmills to get more pallets and more goods produced. And that should be good right there. Let's give it just a little more of a shove. Let's lower it a little bit, shift it over just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we're running low. This one's desperately in need. Did this one run out? It did not. All right, so we will focus on that sawmill first. Cruising in here with 3 trees. I don't know if this is going to be enough to get us 2 months. I want to do the math again. I was trying to get these around 30, but we're late in the day here in February, so it might be enough. So we're at 11,000 now. That puts us at 23. I am going to get 2 more trees for this one. All right, 2 more loaded on here. Cruise on down, and that should get us to April, I'm hoping. We still got to do the paper factory though. 30,000, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have over here for capacity to remind ourselves. 11,000, so if we go in here, I got to do the math one more time, guys. So we're wanting about 25,000. We're wanting about 25,000 liters in there. So that'll be probably 3 logs. We'll give that a shot. Little hint of what's to come. I'm trying to make this the last time we have to use this winch. All right, let's see. 3 logs heading to the paper mill. 2 good sized ones and 1 medium size, it looks like. Oh, is this hump gonna bug us here? Get up that 4 miles an hour. The log's gonna stick. Nope, they're good. Stuck a little bit. They stuck a little bit. And we should be in the zone now. 23,000. All right, one more. Well, it's late in the day. We should be able to get by. We're gonna drive home. Make it March. Hopefully we get 2 of those wood pallets or cartons, paper cartons. A brisk May morning. Spring is closer and closer. Says it's the beginning of spring, but it sure does look like winter still. So we have one paper carton and all of our goods that we expected. Let's see how close this is to a second one. Not quite, about halfway there. Go ahead and cruise in here and check capacity. 15,000 will get us through another month. And we come over here, 20,000. Yeah, we're good on both of these to get to April. So what I'm gonna do, because I want money, I'm gonna load everything up so that we don't have to do a huge loading session, and then we're gonna make it April. You know, I might not be the best with these tools, but I'm getting better. I think this is where we're going to end this one. It's just, like, we could stack more, but it's getting a little more and more difficult to get these on there, and I loaded some on the front before I realized there's no straps, and there's no straps on that back one either. Let's go ahead and get this one down. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Now we can move it around a little bit. I'm struggling with getting the right angle to view this stuff too. There we go. That will do just a little push on this end now. Okay. And I'm gonna risk that back one not falling off. We'll go ahead and drive over. So, whoops, what we have so far, 12,000 long beams, and looks like 9,000 or 12,000 wood beams and 9,000 long planks. And hopefully that back one doesn't slide off, or those front three. Yeah, let's just cruise slow and avoid the bumpy road. That's hilarious to say, but it's smoother out here than it is on that road. Let's see what kind of money this first load brings in. Well, there's 125,000 plus another 53 and a little bit more. We're at 220. I think we're gonna hit my goal for the day. Now, I thought, try not to tip it, don't tip it. I thought I stacked these in a way that would really allow us to get these 3 pieces of paper on here, but now that I look at it, we might struggle to get that many. I'm gonna go ahead and back up a little bit for this. That should be good right there. Head on over with the telehandler. We don't really need that weight anymore either with this. But yeah, lots of wood chips. We might handle or attack that next episode, but yeah, are we gonna be able to get these all on here? Didn't completely think that through, Chris. Really don't want to do a separate trip just for these. But let's line up good so we can give ourselves a good start. 2 pallets put together, that's funny. That's why the straps are that way. That's a nice asset there. We're under the pallet, but that'll do. Guess I could sneak it on that front thing if I really needed to, but I don't think all 3 of these are gonna fit. So that's, and just slide it over as much as we can. Hope it doesn't fall. We'll hop out here, restrap it. Don't know why R's not working for me to strap right now. But all right, let's try to get these other 2 on here. Ah, okie dokie. Yeah, and I think we will just drive careful and hope this doesn't slide off. I think we'll start doing separate selling events for the paper. Not try to put them on the same load, because it's gonna be scary. See if the Mack truck can do it. Look at all that though. 25,000 wood planks, 5,000 long beams, 5,600 pieces of paper, I guess. Let's do some wide turns here. Hope nothing slides, because not everything is attached by a strap back there. Seems to be good so far. Let's see what our number is. It should be pretty high. All right, here we go. Oh, is that gonna sell so slow we're not gonna get... There it goes, okay. And the wood, or the paper's getting sold now. That was $212,000. Holy Toledo. Time to make some purchases. And the first new purchase is this Volvo the EC250DL. Only goes 6 miles an hour, so we will be using this trailer to take it home. Let's go ahead and raise the front a little bit so we can back this up better. Actually fits on here pretty nice. And then we can go ahead and lower it, not raise it a little too much, and probably twist this like that. And then how did I close it? I figured that out earlier. There it is. Raise just a hair. I think that'll do. Get the straps all set, lift the ramps, take this home. We got one more purchase to do today. Plenty of money. Love it. Well, we're not going much faster driving this. This is heavy. Might be upgrading the semi sooner than I thought, but it was a budget one. It was only $90,000 one, or 96, so we'll buy one with a little more horsepower long term so we can have better pulling capacity. But I am going to take this up to the forest area, or close to it, and we're going to drop the trailer off for now and go get our next purchase. And the timber runner, $39,000. So we still have $123,000. So we did way better than I thought we were going to do today. And we're going to start doing loads where we just fill this thing up. One thing I did want to check is we might be swapping out our sawmills or upgrading them to one that this will work better on, because I have a feeling driving this in to drop off the wood is going to be a problem. It shouldn't be at the paper factory, but it might be at the sawmill. So we're going to test this real quick before we put it where we're going to need it for next episode. So even if we back it, oh, it will work. It is tall enough. They thought about it. Perfect. So we'll be able to drive up right here with a ton of wood, populate this thing. Oh, we got more stuff going. So what I'm thinking is we get to the point where we just fill this up to 75,000 every time we do a run. This one we'd fill up to 30,000, and that'll be it. So that's where I'm going to end today's episode. We hit all the goals I wanted to hit. Next episode, we're going to start working on making this place a little bit more pretty. Start working on a process for these, maybe a production for those, I think is the way I want to go. But yeah, we'll get some sheds and coverage so we don't have our machinery just floating around everywhere. But man, pretty productive day on the Lumberjack Challenge. I think 10 million's just right around the corner. I'm Socksway Up. I'll catch you on the next one.